everyone. I welcome you again to this particular new lecture. In this particular lecture, I'm going to talk about C++ strings. Okay, so basically, this is going to be the fifth lecture of our Master DSA Level 0 series. Okay, so let's focus on C++ strings. What is a string here? Okay, so we have already previously talked about string, and string basically is used to like store a word whenever we want to like store our name, whenever we want to display our name. Okay, so everything is string. Like this string are used for storing text. Obviously, we're gonna when we want to store text, word, name, something. Okay, string is used. A string variable we know as a container. Okay, contains a collection of characters surrounded by double quotes, something between double quotes. We have a string. Okay, we have that word. Okay, example, create a variable of type string and assign it a value. String greeting is equal to hello. So his string is here a data type. Okay, what is a data type? A data type is used to tell us what type of data inside this particular container. What is a container is? Container is this variable. All of this stuff I have talked in my previous lecture. Okay, study that, view that videos. Okay, now equal means assigning this hello. Now what is this hello? This hello between this double quote, this is string. Okay, to use string you must include additional header file, so we have to use this hashtag include string. Okay, now hashtag include is used for like fetching a library file or a header file. Okay, so what we do, we have this little program. Okay, now click on include. Let me zoom a little bit. Okay, 150 is good. Now what I do, I use stream. Okay, after that I have to put another header file called, sorry for this, hashtag include. Okay, what we have to put, include this string. Okay, this header file. Okay, now again we have to use using namespace std as obvious because it is our boilerplate code and our main function. Okay, okay, so string word is equal to human. Okay, that's what I've stored. Now by using cout, I'm printing my word and then end line here. And for good practice, say return 0 here. Okay, because integer, so return 0, return something, return 0. Okay, now what I do, if I click on run code, I will get output as human. Okay, that's cool. Okay, now there are some exercises you can do it. Now we go next, string concatenation. Concatenation means addition of two strings. Like we have one string, two string, and addition of two. Okay, this plus operator can be used to between two string together make a new string call. Now how it works? Okay, for example, this is human. Okay, so if I click on this word one, I will make it word one. Now if I make another string, okay, called word two, okay, assign it human and beings, like this. Okay, human beings and semicolon. Now whatever I do, if I click on word one, plus operator is used for concatenation. In integer case, this particular operator is used for addition of two integers. Was in this particular case, we are using this plus sign to concatenate, means add stick together. Okay, I will give you a brief how it's gonna work. Click on word two. Okay, and if I click on run right now, what will I show? Human being without any space. Why so? Because I haven't added manually any space here. I can do a trick here, like click on a space here, then if I click on run code, so I get human beings. But this is not, this is not acceptable. This is not right way of doing things. Nah? So what I can do, because I'm a developer, what I can do, I can click on like that. A good way to do it, like here I have to add in additional sign. So what I do, I another make a string. Okay, space is equal to, now make a add in space here, and while addition of here, I click on space plus word 2. If I right now click on that, first I have to click on console, then I have to run it. Okay, if I click on run code, what do I see? Human beings. So this space I'm adding it here. Okay, is this the only way? No, you can do multiple things also. If I clear out the space here, what can I do? I can do one thing, like removing this part here. What I can do, manually add a string here like this. Now if I click on plus, will it work or not? Let's see. What do you guys think? Pause the video and comment down. Will it work or not? This will work, guys. If I click on clear console, now if I click on run code, why is it working? Is it working because this is a type of string container? It is a type of string container. Again, this is a string, and we are adding string plus string plus string. That's why it is working. Got my point? Okay. Now, basic simple stuff. Now read it this out. String first name is zone, last name is do. I have also already worked in that like previous lecture. Okay, this type of stuff. Okay. Okay. However, you could also add a space with quotes, or obviously we know na. Either I can like for single character I use like this stuff. Now only single character it will work fine because a string, a character is a small part of a string. Okay, that's simple. That's simple stuff. Okay, nothing new here. Okay. Now, yeah, we have done this append. So append is an important method. A string CPROS is actually an object. What is an object? I will tell you in the upcoming lecture. For now, object is just a real world entity. Like I am an object. This laptop is an object. So be like that. Object is a real world entity. Okay, which contain function that can perform. What is a function? A function is which have to perform a defined task. Okay, like this video player is have a defined task now to record this video. Okay, just like that. So for example, you can also concatenate string with append function. Okay, so how you can append something? Okay, you can use this syntax. I'm copying just here to save our time here. Okay, what I can do, I can clear this stuff here. Okay, and copy paste this stuff. Okay, now tab and tab. What I'm doing here, see what I'm doing here. String first name. So obviously this is a string data type, and first name is the name of the container. The name is John. Then string last name is Doe. What I do, string full name. I make another container variable named full name and first name dot append. First name dot append. Sorry, the light is gone. Please bear with me. Okay. So let's work this out. Okay. Let's focus on this stuff. Okay. String full name is equal to first name dot append. Dot append last name. So what is going to happen here? The first name. This is the first name. Okay. Dot append. Dot append means what? Dot append means this particular method append is used to add, concatenate. Okay, so what will happen? Like I have to clear the console here. First I clear the console, then I click on run code. If I click on, what will I get? John Doe. Now why I'm getting space here? Because they have manually put space here. If I clear this out, click on run again, what will I see? John Doe. So it's working now. So you can either concatenate it, use plus sign, or you can use append method. Okay, it depends upon program or what are you gonna make, what we're gonna implement. So it depends upon time to time. Okay, it's depend on the condition, what method we are using. Okay, now next, click on next. Adding numbers in string. Now C++ for both. For addition you can use plus sign. For concatenation you can add. Okay, if you add two numbers like 10 plus 20 you will get 30. Okay, if you add two string 10 plus 10. Now remember one thing. Okay, these 10 and 20 are integer. What they are integer because they do not have the double quotes. Okay, or single characters. Okay, so these are integers, but they are string because they have double quotes. Now got my point? So if you add 10 plus 20, it will have 30 as output. But if you add 10 plus 20 as string, the output will be 1020. Okay, you wanna see this? I can do this. Okay, click on this, copy. Okay, now if I click on this, remove this part, click on Control V and run this code. What will I see? Sorry, click on the console. Now click on run. Why I'm not getting output? Because obviously I haven't see out anything. That's why. So see out Z handle. Okay. Now if I click on run code, 1020. Got my point? Because this 10 and this 20 is what? String. Okay. Okay, 1020. But you can't add 10 with 20. Means you can't add string with an integer. You can't do like that. That's not gonna work. Like you can't add like, okay, like this. You can't add like this. I know it's wasting our time. What can I do about it? Okay, now string x equal to 10, which is a string. Int y is equal to 20. 20 is an integer here. And string z. String z, again, z is a type of what type of container? String. String means string type of container. Okay. If you had x plus y, you can't get an output here. Why? Click on this. What we are getting here as an error? A big error list. Okay, so we don't have time to read this. Okay, so just simple good thumb up rule: you can't add an integer and a string together. That's you have to remember. Okay, now click on next. String length. Now this function is very useful. How to get the length of a string? So we have used now this, what we have used, this string header file. So because of this particular header file, we can use this length function. Okay, string text. Now we have to find length. So we just here take this txt dot length and we will get the output. Okay, now how to do it? See, I have string name is equal to a b c d, yeah, or MAYNK, Mayank. So what is stored aside? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, now if I do cout, the name of my string is name dot a length, now open close and semicolon. What will I get? 6 should we get? We get 6. So this particular length function which is stored inside this header file, we can count the length of the string. Okay, it's easy. Now you might see that some serious program use size function to get the length of a string. This is an alias of length. It is completely up to you if you want to use length or size. So you can do one thing also, like you can do like this. If you don't want to use length here, we can do this stuff like this. We can use size here. Size. Click on run. We will get 6 6. Okay. We can make it off like this. If I click on run right now, I will get 6. So it depends upon you whether what you want to use. I always use dot size because it saves one letter. 1 2 3 4 5 6, 2 letter. Okay, that's why I use size. It's completely dependent up to you. Okay, let's next go to next class. Now C++ access strings. Now how to access strings? So these square brackets are used to like we can access the character, what character where we wanted to go. So this all I'm gonna tell you in the upcoming lectures because this is not that much important stuff right now. Special characters, what we can do. Okay, this is sequences, so you can read here. Okay, this is not what pretty much how to take input. I have already tell you. Cn is used for single input, and for getLine function is what? This getLine is used for. I have tell you in the my first class, first or second class. I will tell you all this stuff like how to use getLine. Okay, we can use this. Now string namespace, omitting namespace. Okay, this is some advanced so we do not need to understand it right now. Okay, this we don't need to do it right now. Okay, now C+ math. So this is something which we are gonna study. Okay, now clear this out, and I have to tell you something which is more important than this right now. Okay, so first let's focus on, I do not want to, like, if suppose I have to include some other file like math.h, so again I have to do this. So Mayank, I do not want to, like, make some again and again header files, and it makes me write more and more code. So I don't want to do it. Is there any way so that all the header files that are present in C++, I put that particular header file and get all these header files into a one? So we have a solution here. What I can do, from now onwards, we are gonna write code using this header file, bits/std_c++.h this, and we're gonna use each and every function. Okay, believe me or not, I can use string str is equal to test here, and if I want to output the length, I just do cout, and what I do, str.size, which is a string function. Click on this, I will get the output. How I'm getting the output? Because of this header file. For simplicity purpose, we are gonna always use, does this cost us something? Yeah, for some milliseconds or microseconds it takes our time because it fetches all the header files present in C++ language. That's why it costs us some like 2 or 3 some milliseconds. Okay, but because our CPU are much faster, so it neglects all the this trade-off. So now what I have to do, I have to tell you some conditional statement. Conditionals. Okay. Now, what is conditionals? Suppose I have to give a condition like I have to make a program whether which shows if it is raining or not. If it is raining or not. Okay. So what I can do, I can make a bool function. Bool data type. Bool is rain. Is raining. Is raining. If is raining is equal to true, let's say true. How we represent true? By one. By one, na? Okay. So if it is true, so I make a condition. If what should I write? Suppose is raining. This variable is raining is equal to what? True or one. What's the out? Now what's the out? It is raining outside. Okay. Now else. I've tried else. See out. Not raining. Simple stuff. Okay. Not raining. Now if I now return 0, obviously I have to return 0 now. So if I click on run code right now, what will I see? It is raining outside. Why? Because I have marked this as true. So if it is true, and if condition gives me an output which is boolean. So if true is equal to true, now true means 1. Okay, we have stated that true means once. So 1 is equal to 1. So 1 is equal to. So if it is equal to, the first condition is met. Now I want to tell you something. If I write here false, spelling is wrong, I know. Okay. Suppose if I click on false, so tell me, this false is actually 0. Is raining is equal to 0 because false means 0. So 0 is equal to 1. No, it's no. So it goes to the second condition else. Let's see. Clear console. Click on run. Now see, not raining. Now, do we have to use false? No, I can write over 0 only. So bool is reading 0. If I click on 0, you're not running. Now I have a question for you guys. For example, if I put here neither 0 nor 1, if I put 1 0 0 0 0, this stuff. Okay. Now what will the output? Pause the video, comment down. Okay. So what do you think? What we will have in this case? If I click on run code right now, I will get as expected it is raining outside. Why? Because I have tell you in previous lecture that if it is 0 means it is false. Any positive value will fetch us obviously true because some current is passing now, so it gives a true value. Now what happens if I put a negative value here? What if I, let's say, put a negative value here, means -1, so it fetches me obviously it is raining, means it treats negative values as also what? True. So if I click on 99999 and if I click on run code right now, I will get it is raining outside. So it will fetch us false in the case of 0 and 0 only. This thing I want to clear from this. Okay. So it is not raining. So this is if else. For example, if I have to make a code of something, whether I can vote or not. So what I can do, int age, and this time I want to enter age from user. So I do this. Now if I write if my age is greater or equal to 18, which is in India. So what I do, see out. Obviously can vote. Okay, can vote. So for this, can vote. Okay, and else what? See out. Can't vote. Simple stuff. Can't vote. Okay. Yes. So now clear this console. I have to give input in std in. So if I give like my age will be 22 or 24, my current age. So it should print out what? Can vote. It's printing can vote. Okay. Put a yeah. Now if I click on my age is 2 only 2. Run code. Can't vote. Simple. Okay. Now I want to tell you something very which will help you in some case. I'm using this parenthesis, which is scope. Obviously, this tell us the cout scope is between this to this. Can I omit this? Yes. For a case of single instruction, I can omit this like this. Okay, we can omit this. Okay, okay. Will it work or not? It will definitely gonna work. Can't put. But you can only omit these parentheses if you have only single. For example, if you have two, if you see out here, what you see out? Test. Okay. Okay. So if I click on run, and obviously, so what do you see? Expected expression else. So you can't do like this stuff. Simple, guys. Okay. Now, so you have to use in this case, like this parenthesis. Okay, to make it work. Like this, and here also like this. Now it will work. See, it is working. So I just want to tell you to for saving your time, if you have only one single instruction inside if, you can omit these parentheses. Okay. Now I have tell you what is if else. Okay, how to make have conditionals. Okay. So this is the pretty much stuff. Okay. Now we have one thing also. If else. For example, now simple access, simple. Like for I have a care letter. I have care letter like this, which is A. Okay. So what will I do here? If my letter equal to A, what will I do? I do cout. What I see out? A or cout. What should I see out? I see out it is A. Simple, nonsensical stuff, but just for your understanding purpose. Okay. Now, if I say else if, suppose if I have letter is equal to B. Suppose if I have letter is equal to B, so what you do? Omitting this again. Cout it is B. Okay. Simple nonsense stuff. Okay. Else cout other alphabets. Okay. Now I ask this to my basically from user. Okay. So let's look more cool. Okay. So suppose I give A here and click on run code. What do I get? It's A. Obviously it is A. Now if I give B here, what will I see? I see it's B. Now suppose if I give C. If I give C here, what will I see? As expected, other alphabets. Now what if I give Z here? Z. Suppose if I give Z, what will I see here? So our code is perfectly working fine in this if else ladder is also a way of representing conditional statement in our program. Okay. So we have studied if else, if else if. Okay. So this is the pretty much simple stuff I wanna convey in this lecture. Okay. I meet you in lecture next lecture. Tell me in the comment section what you wanna improve. Okay. And see ya. Bye bye.